When you've got Jacksepticeye, DanTDM, Chris Broad, and Mutahar all dragging the biggest YouTuber in the world while Asmongold of all people jumps in to defend him, you know things have officially gone nuclear. The timeline was chaos. Mutahar called it a joke. DanTDM said anyone replacing creators with AI had no creative bone in their body. Chris Broad wondered what kind of person would use their platform to make artists redundant. So what exactly caused it? Well, MrBeast launched an AI website that literally teaches people how to copy other creators' thumbnails and profit from it. Like a full-blown how to steal creativity course disguised as innovation. It wasn't just some fun little app. The homepage promised to be a revolutionary tool for creators, but the real message was clear. Upload a thumbnail you like and the AI will recreate it better, cleaner, more clickable. That's when the panic set in. The biggest YouTuber in the world had just helped build a machine that could replace human artists, editors, and designers overnight. People who had spent years honing their craft suddenly realized a website could do their jobs in seconds, and it wasn't subtle. The interface proudly displayed inspired by thumbnails, mimicking MrBeast style down to the exaggerated facial expressions and color schemes. To anyone paying attention, it looked less like innovation and more like the glorified automation of plagiarism. And with MrBeast's endorsement, the hit was tenfold. Jacksepticeye's rant, which a lot of people just wrote off as him being bitter or jealous, actually aged like crazy. About a year earlier, he'd already been warning that YouTube was losing its soul. It started as a dumb little lie detector bit meant to be funny. They asked if he liked MrBeast, he said no. They asked if MrBeast ruined YouTube, he said yes. He cracked jokes, but the point hit hard. Basically, he was saying YouTube used to be about making fun, creative stuff, and now it's all numbers, clicks, and flashy spectacle. The algorithm's pushing the weirdest stuff, and it's changing not just what gets made, but why.
Do you like MrBeast? No. Jack, do you think MrBeast ruined YouTube? Yes. Now, in all honesty, Jack, why? Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun. You just don't think you have fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you have fun riding on yachts? Building wells in Africa? I don't know.
If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer. We'd see the fun.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to get me with that one, didn't you?
Who's the YouTuber you hate the most?
I don't know. There's a lot of groomers and files on our platform.
And then came Lunchly, a collaboration between MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul, marketed as a healthier alternative to Lunchables. The branding was immaculate, bright colors, slick fonts, perfect shelf appeal. But reality didn't match the promise. Sodium remained high, sugar reductions were cherry-picked, preservatives were still present, and the healthy angle rang hollow. It was like being promised a salad and getting a fried chicken sandwich with a leaf of lettuce on top.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar. Feastables Crunch Bar.
This wasn't just normal influencer marketing. This was the guy who had spent years building a reputation on trust, and now he was shoving a half-baked healthy snack at kids and calling it good for them. It was a straight-up betrayal. DanTDM called it out, keeping his wholesome street cred intact, and Jack jumped in too, defending creators and fans alike. Suddenly, this wasn't just a product flop. It became a cultural flashpoint. Social media threads turned into full-on protest signs. For the first time, it felt like fans were actually policing the stars they'd helped build up. The response from MrBeast was surprisingly fast. He took the tool down for new users, apologized, and replaced it with a feature that helped people hire real thumbnail artists. That's a rare pivot at that scale, but the cultural damage was done. People began seeing the pattern. The platform had grown so dependent on one creator's formula that the fallout of every misstep cascaded across the entire site. That's the distinction between MrBeast, the person, and MrBeast, the brand. The person loves making videos and helping people, but the brand is a global content machine. Every upload is treated like a cinematic event with multi-million-dollar stakes. When one creator's approach defines the unspoken rules, the platform rewards copycats and punishes originality. High-energy intros, giveaway challenges, exaggerated reactions, soon all the same. It's not bad content, it's identical content. This is where Jack's critique lands. He's not telling MrBeast to stop doing what he does best, he's warning about a monoculture of replication. YouTube used to be messy, human, and personal. Now it's a factory optimized for retention metrics. Slow, thoughtful, or unconventional content is buried. Originality is optional if you want to survive. The algorithm doesn't care about vision, it cares about scale. The irony is brutal. MrBeast never told anyone to copy him, but success redefined what success looked like. The algorithm, advertisers, and viewers all used him as the benchmark. So when Jack said YouTube traded its soul for scale, it wasn't personal, it was prophetic. The platform's culture had been reshaped, and not in subtle ways. The Lunchly debacle proved a profit-first mentality, while the AI tool proved creativity could be replicated with no human effort. Together, they painted a stark picture of a site prioritizing growth above all else. Yet, not all of this is doom and gloom. MrBeast did reverse the AI decision, showing that he could listen and adapt. He continues to fund massive charity projects from surgeries to wells, maintaining the philanthropic reputation that originally made him untouchable. This shows the man behind the machine isn't heartless, but the brand is a monolith that has already changed YouTube. It's a reminder that even the best intentions can get lost in pursuit of scale. Not everyone was ready to cancel MrBeast over this though. Asmongold, of all people, stepped in to defend him. While the internet was losing it over a tool that let people basically copy other creators' thumbnails, Asmongold shrugged at the chaos and said the outrage was a little over the top. He didn't see anything inherently wrong with using AI for thumbnails, at least in this case, and made that clear on social media.
Jacksepticeye called out MrBeast for using a tool that uses AI to make YouTube thumbnail images. I hate what this platform is turning into. Fuck AI. I just like, this is like, in my opinion, bro, I saw this, bro. So MrBeast goes and he tweets something out. I think that the anti-AI hate is the most forced fucking thing on the internet. It is the most forced fucking thing on the internet, and all it is a bunch of creators and artists that are trying to like get their audience riled up against AI because they don't want to get replaced by it, right? It's so annoying. It really is.
Jacksepticeye is basically the scrappy human side of YouTube. He streams, jokes, burns out, and doesn't care about gaming every click for views. He presses record, talks to the camera, and sometimes disappears because life happens. That's the YouTube he grew up on and the one he's trying to protect. So when he throws shade at AI tools or kids' snack products, it's not jealousy. It's him waving a big flag saying, hey, maybe don't turn the platform into a factory. The AI thumbnail mess made that tension impossible to ignore. It wasn't just tech, it was YouTube's creative identity being slowly boiled down to a template. Suddenly, every channel looked the same. Every thumbnail was basically a clone of the same over-the-top face, and algorithms loved the sameness. The U in YouTube quietly became brand. And that's exactly the point Jack was making. The funny part, MrBeast literally never told anyone to copy him. He just does his thing, and the ecosystem said, yeah, that's the definition of success now. Jack wasn't being dramatic for clout, he was pointing out a structural problem. Fun becomes formula, community becomes commodity, and the algorithm becomes the boss nobody asked for. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. MrBeast actually pivoted after the AI backlash. He pulled the tool, apologized, and replaced it with a system to hire real artists. So there's still hope that human judgment matters somewhere in all of this, and creators like Jack and DanTDM are still pushing for a balance, making YouTube about more than just clicks and scale. The AI thumbnails, Lunchly, the whole algorithm obsession, none of it's just drama. It's proof that YouTube is forgetting its roots while chasing bigger and faster. And yes, MrBeast can keep dropping videos that make billion-dollar budgets look tiny and charity projects that most corporations wouldn't touch. But the real fight is about whether the platform can survive without turning into a soulless machine. Backlash was instant and nuclear. Timelines flooded with disbelief and outrage. Some fans tried to justify it, calling it just a tool, or everyone uses AI now, but that missed the point. This wasn't a small experiment. This was the guy who shaped the modern idea of success on YouTube, using his platform to normalize copying other creators' work. Suddenly, inspiration and imitation became indistinguishable, and the one person capable of setting that standard was literally setting it. A user on Twitter even said, I need every YouTube creator who can afford to take a stand to sue the shit out of this company. They're literally just stealing every single thumbnail on YouTube to feed to their shitty fucking AI. And Fuck you too, MrBeast. Honestly, this tweet hits a nerve because it sums up exactly what felt so gross about the whole situation. Every creator who's ever spent hours perfecting a thumbnail, sweating over colors, lighting, and facial expressions, suddenly sees some AI tool scraping their work like it's public property. And it's not some indie coder in a basement, it's MrBeast, the biggest creator on the platform backing it. The irony is brutal. Creators who actually grind to make original stuff are being flattened into data points for an algorithm. And of course, it comes with a subscription fee. Because why not profit off everyone else's sweat while teaching AI to outdo them? Another user mentioned content people worked on is being stolen for his AI to make money off of other people's work. MrBeast's true nature showing. Yep, that nails it. People spend hours, days, sometimes weeks crafting thumbnails, thinking about composition, lighting, expressions, and all the tiny details that make their videos pop. And now, some AI tool is scooping all that up to churn out copycat thumbnails for profit, with MrBeast's name attached.
I investigated MrBeast, who was recently accused of making $23 million with insider trading and scams. I wanted to know the full story, so I reached out to everyone, from researchers to crypto projects, even to MrBeast himself. And let me say, the story is more complicated than you think. I have gone to MrBeast's team to try to fact check this story extensively, and they declined to fact check or comment on my many questions. Instead, they gave me a statement, which we will get to. But also, his new co-founder is suing me, and his other co-founder threatened to sue me. So you can make of that what you will.
KSI threatening and Logan Paul suing CoffeeZilla? Classic. Get called out and the first move is to cry victim. It's wild how they've got all this energy for lawsuits but none to own up to their mess. Typical deflect and distract play.
Thing. Well, honestly, it's kind of mad how CoffeeZilla has made not one, not two, but 3 videos on me. And I haven't even responded yet. I haven't even said anything. And this man is just trying to annihilate me. Saying I'm a scammer. But I don't know. Why would I scam? I've turned down millions and millions and millions of deals. Like tens of millions of me to do, I don't know, some gambling stuff or some, just some really like, I'm trying to, what's the word? Just low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit. So many low-hanging fruit type deals, and I've just passed on it. I've just said nah. So why would I go on crypto and pump and dump for what? I think there was at one point I pump and dumped apparently for $150. Crazy. And I'm a scammer. Crazy. Look, I appreciate my fans. Yeah, you lot are the reason why I'm in this position. I'm not gonna scam you, okay? I don't need to scam you. I'm good. I'm in a great position. Why would I scam? I'm into crypto. I'm very interested.
So, Soma XBT comes swinging with a $10 million lawsuit because apparently even being famous doesn't make you lawsuit proof. Then, just as that bombshell lands, 5 more jump in with a $23 million claim. Because why stop at one lawsuit when you can up the ante? If irony were currency, these cases would be worth a fortune.
We're going to start with the major allegations against MrBeast and build on those. They come from 2 sources. Firstly, an investigation by Soma XBT, which claims MrBeast made $10 million by backing low-cap crypto tokens, which are down 90%.
But this is where it gets interesting. Jimmy's involvement with Superverse takes a turn when you see the numbers, dropping $100,000 in pre-sales and pulling out with a cool $10 million. Bro, that flip's so wild, it's basically crypto gymnastics. It's hard not to side-eye the setup when making bank off promotion smells this shady. And those screenshots floating around, man, they're not exactly helping Jimmy's case look any cleaner.
This is the project MrBeast is alleged to have made the most amount of money on, over $10 million based on a pre-sale of $100,000. As for evidence, we have leaked screenshots showing MrBeast telling Super's founder that he can do $100K. Then we have a wallet that both investigations trace to MrBeast, sending $100K to the pre-sale wallet. And then we have the same wallets getting millions of these Super tokens in a period of unlocks, which were almost all sold aggressively. Now, why is this bad? Well, MrBeast is obviously hugely influential and he publicly associated himself with the project twice. Once on March 3rd, 2021, he responded to a tweet with eyeball emojis, and then he interacted a second time on May 12th, 2021. This is much worse. The founder, Leo Trades, had tweeted, "There's a gym sitting there on the market at eye-watering prices set to explode during the DeFi Summer 2.0. MrBeast's response, Super? But what he doesn't say is that he'd already purchased a huge stake in Super at this point, and on the day that he's tweeting, he was selling tokens, allegedly. Not only that, he had been selling tokens and continued to sell tokens. In the 72 hours after the May 12th tweet, MrBeast sold about $200,000 worth of these tokens. And remember the context. He's responding to the founder of the coin discussing a gym at eye-watering prices that's going to explode during the summer. And MrBeast's response is the coin he's selling. So publicly, it's signaling, hey, Super is this undervalued coin, and privately, MrBeast allegedly sold.
But here's where it gets a bit awkward. CoffeeZilla reaches out to Jimmy for answers, and instead of hearing back from the man himself, a spokesperson steps in with a classic vague PR line. Jimmy doesn't personally invest. He relies on a team of experts using sophisticated industry standard methods. Bro, what does that even mean? CoffeeZilla isn't buying it, asking the real questions: who are these so-called experts and what sophisticated strategies were even in play? Because right now it sounds more like buzzwords wrapped in a dodgy alibi. Worth mentioning, the dude behind that statement is a well-known crisis management consultant. Says a lot, doesn't it?
Now, I ran these wallets by MrBeast, as well as the accusation, but I didn't get a reply. Instead, I got a heavily lawyered statement from a spokesman, who I'm going to warn you is about to complicate things. Quote, "These investments were made and managed in consultation with industry experts to ensure full compliance with all appropriate rules and regulations. The wallet is not owned or managed by Jimmy, but rather a fund led by respected and sophisticated managers. The fund closely evaluated and scrutinized hundreds and hundreds of opportunities, which resulted in several investments. Some have been more successful, others less, and others still works in progress. The fund's investment strategies apply the same rigorous standards as many other experienced investors in the field." Now, I have a lot of questions, but the big thing is Jimmy denies doing any of the trading or managing the trading and blames it on a fund. So I asked some obvious follow-up questions. What is the name of this fund? Who are the industry experts? And what rules and regulations were followed that allowed you to tweet about a coin while your fund is selling? I didn't get a response. It's worth mentioning the spokesman is Matthew Hiltzik, a well-known crisis management consultant.
Alright, here's the breakdown. MrBeast's wallet involvement with buying CryptoPunks has sparked a wave of questions. The wallet in question made some eyebrow-raising moves, snagging cyberpunks at times that seemed too well timed to be just luck. This raised suspicions about whether Jimmy was just a casual NFT collector or if he was leveraging insider knowledge. The whole situation shifted from cool flex to, hold up, is this even legit? Faster than you think, leaving people questioning just how deep his connections in the crypto game really go.
The reason most people link MrBeast to this wallet we've been tracking is mostly based on a tweet by MrBeast saying he bought a specific crypto punk, which belonged to an account which goes by Wu-Tang Clan. People assumed, understandably, that this was MrBeast's wallet. But what is lesser known is that another account has also tweeted about CryptoPunks and has the same ties back to Wu-Tang Clan. A guy named Jason Williams. He's followed by MrBeast on Twitter, and he's the author of a book on Bitcoin, so he's a crypto guy. And I found Jason tweeting about another CryptoPunk saying, "I hope you enjoy your new home, sold for 100 ETH. That sale he's talking about links back to the same address MrBeast does, Wu-Tang Clan. On YouTube, there's even more clues. Jason can be seen surfing wearing a Wu-Tang Clan shirt, and his brand name, Going Parabolic, happens to be owned by the same MrBeast wallet, goingparabolic.eth. So there's very good evidence that Jason Williams was also involved in this same wallet, which means that it might be true that MrBeast wasn't the guy buying or selling, which would be good for MrBeast and bad for these investigations.
So on Logan Paul's podcast, MrBeast drops the story of how he got into CryptoPunks. Gary Vee hypes it up.
Now the rest of the plan is simple. I fly to the moon. I shrink the moon. I grab the moon. I sit on the toilet.
It's not just about who bought what, but who knew when to buy, making it look less like a chance and more like a perfectly orchestrated play with Jimmy benefiting from Williams' crypto savviness.
I have to say, it is also abundantly clear Jason Williams was involved. He says, "Hey Gary, thanks for the VFriends gift code. It was a gift from Gary to MrBeast. I'm very thankful for it. He didn't have to send anything." So once again, Jason Williams appears to be involved and have something to do with the trading or management of MrBeast's crypto wallet, but we know MrBeast made some of the decision.
According to reports, Jimmy's cut from this play, a cool 11 million. Alright, here's the rundown on the whole Eternity situation. Jimmy's dive into this project was anything but casual. Reports show he got in early with a $200,000 investment, and when it flipped, he cashed out with a staggering $4.5 million. That's not just a good day at the crypto office, bro. That's a full-blown heist wrapped in digital coins